Sir gang. Tastes real good, real nice. First of all, when you want to start your transition, you need to actually know what transgender is, so you know what you're getting yourself into. You need to know what you'll be going through, what testosterone push you through, or estrogen if you're, want to transition to a female. You need to know what those hormones are going to do to your body. You know what I'm saying? Don't just you just see somebody that's trans and you think that's what you want to do and then just want to dive right into it. You need to do some research and actually understand what transgender is and what the medication does, because it's a lifelong thing. You know what I'm saying? Are you safe to transition? This is something I didn't have to worry about, but I know some people still live with their parents, and their parents are maybe homophobic or something like that, or very religious or something like that. So I included this because I want to make sure you guys are safe. I don't want you to transition and then you're in a hostile environment where you're being threatened and maybe harmed and stuff like that. So if you're in that type of situation, I would say just do the best you can to make yourself feel good until you get out of that situation. You know what I'm saying? You can still bind, talk a little deeper. You know what I'm saying? You can still find other things to help you feel comfortable and who you want to become, but don't put yourself in a rough situation. You know what I'm saying? Wait until you get up out of that, and make sure you're mentally stable as well, because if you're in a dark, deep place, depressed or whatever, and you come upon transitioning and stuff like that, and you actually start your transition, and then you end up changing your mind, and all this came because you weren't at a mentally stable place. So that could also be handled with counseling and stuff, which I'm gonna get to next. Just know that I saw my counselor for about 2.5 months before she actually wrote the letter. So you don't just sign up to see a counselor and then they just write you the letter. It takes a little bit of time, you know what I'm saying? Everything is a process, because like I said, it's a life-changing thing, so nobody's just gonna write a letter for you and say, here, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're not just out here just trying to change your body just for the fun of it. I just searched trans doctors in my area and I just went straight to the trans doctor. But if you don't have any transgender doctors, I'm saying trans doctors because there are doctors that are specifically meant for us, because not every doctor can treat us. You know what I'm saying? There's LGBT specific doctors. That's why I'm saying trans doctor. Another way you can do it is asking your primary doctor if they have any references that you can go to. If you don't have any in your area, you might have to travel. For me, I have to travel, but it's not a long distance. It's about 30-40 minutes to another city. Yeah, just know that sometimes you may not have one in your general area, especially if you're in a small city or a town, something like that. You may have to travel. You need to figure out if you're going to be open or stealth. Open being not like me just out telling your story, but are you going to be able to tell people that you were born a girl? Basically, that's what's just being, not just going up to tell people, any random person, but if you're talking to someone, and are you going to tell them that you were born a girl, like dating wise, you know what I'm saying? Not just random people. And living stealth, meaning that you're never going to bring up your past ever again. But that goes back to making sure you are safe. If you feel like once you transition and you feel like you can't talk about your past because you may be a target, or you may feel like you might be harmed or something like that, then definitely go stealth, because we want everybody to be safe and protect themselves, because it's a crazy world, and I'm 100% behind you if you're moving that way. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no shame in being open or stealth, really. It's all your preference. Getting your prescription covered. Basically, my insurance pays for my testosterone. I have Buckeye, Medicaid. I also know that CareSource. I don't know if you have these type of insurance where you're at, but I'm in Ohio. I have Buckeye, Medicaid, and I once had CareSource, and I know that they cover testosterone and surgery as well. I know there are other outlets that can help you pay for your hormones. I'm not very aware of what those websites or how that really works, because I never did that, but I know that there are some out there and you can research those. Also, paying out of pocket. How expensive can I get is basically what general area you're in and how often you have to take it. I know some people who probably only pay $10 for their testosterone, maybe $6 to $8, to people who paying about $80 for their stuff. It's also on how much of the tea you're buying, how much you have to take. I take my shot every week, so if I was to pay, that is something that could be pretty expensive if I'm buying it every week or if I'm buying a month's supply. You know what I'm saying? So there's different ways you could pay for it, or you can get it covered by your insurance. If you want to know if your insurance covers it, you can just simply call your insurance, ask to speak to someone, and ask them, do they cover that before you get it, so you know if you're covered or not. If they don't cover it, all you have to do is find an insurance company that does cover your cover that medication you're looking for, and then switch and get on that one. If you can't get on insurance, like I said, there are outlets that you can go to that can help you. I'm not aware of that, but you can look those up. And the top surgery part, slash bottom surgery. Personally, I can't really speak too much on the bottom surgery part because that's not really something I'm interested in, nor am I getting it in the near future, so that's not really something I can speak on. But again, I know some insurance does pay for that or pay half of it, because that is pretty expensive, way more expensive than top surgery. Top surgery, I know a few insurance that covers it. Again, mine covers it, CareSource covers it. I know those two for a fact cover it, but you have to get a psychiatrist letter. I know you have to get a counselor's letter, and then your trans doctor, whoever you're providing you the medication, the hormone, would have to write you a letter. So that's just in my state though. You would need those 3 letters, and you'll also need to be diagnosed with dysphoria disorder or gender dysphoria disorder. You'll have to be diagnosed with that in Ohio to with my insurance basically. To get covered, and that's what I had to do. Top surgery can range from about paying a little to nothing all the way up to maybe $10,000-$11,000 depending on what exact surgery you're getting, because there are different types of top surgery. I can make another video explaining what types of top surgeries there are. I've seen cases where insurance will only cover half, so you can look into that. They may not pay for the whole thing, but they will pay half. So if the surgery is like $8,000, they will pay for $4,000, and you have to make up the other $4,000 to cover the whole surgery. I know some cases like that, and I know some cases where people wanted to pay the surgery full out themselves because there's a specific doctor that they wanted to go to. Now that's another thing. You want to make sure you look at the doctor, look them up, and look at their work. You want to see how did these people heal, what did they go through, and stuff like that. You want to make sure you check reviews. I know that's probably not something everybody does, but make sure you check the reviews, and it's easy to just go on YouTube or go on Google, type the doctor's name that you think you want to go to, boom, 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 search, look up everything you can about them, set up a consultation appointment, go and meet them and talk to them, ask them. Make sure you write as many questions as you can down before you go see them, so you can ask them all the questions that you need, so you can get a full understanding of what's going to happen to you and what you want and what you can get. Because going in there, you may want one surgery, but he looks at your chest or whatever, and he's like, you might need another. You have to go another route based on your skin elasticity and the way your chest looks. That's a big thing. Make sure you know what kind of surgery, what your surgeon can do, and look at their work. Because you don't want to go in there and get botched. I've seen people who said they wanted one thing and went under the knife and came out of anesthesia, went through the whole 2 days without seeing their chest, and finally seen their chest, and then there was like one nipple up and one nipple down. So make sure you know exactly who you're going to. A lot of people always ask me, they want to come out to their parents, how should they do it? So I'll make another video on that pretty soon. So yeah, make sure y'all stay tuned. Make sure y'all subscribe, because a lot of y'all that's watching are not subscribed. It's like 50% of y'all are not subscribed. So make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all like this video for sure. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.